Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. Episode 306.
I have located the priest's signal and will mark it on your HUD.
I've been playing a lot of Overwatch still, of course. Really just been digging it. There's just so many characters in that game that I really never played as. Because once I discovered Mei, I just fell in love with Mei, and then that was honestly the only character I ever played as. So now I'm doing all sorts of just experimenting, especially with the new characters that they came out with after release. And I've been playing a lot of the Mystery Heroes mode, where every time you die, you switch to a different character, and really forces you to get pretty good with all of them. And, of course, my music selection of choice while playing Overwatch is the same as with any first-person shooter, and that's the Doom and Doom Eternal soundtracks. So that inspired me to replay Doom Eternal, which I have been on Nightmare difficulty, I think is what it is. But for the purposes of hanging with Mangg, where I don't want to think too much, we are playing on the easiest difficulty and just blowing shit up. Anyways, been another good week in the world of Mangg. No complaints over here. Still in quarantine, of course. But quarantine for me isn't really any different than normal life. You know, when your main hobby is playing video games and making gaming videos for YouTube, when your job is making videos for YouTube, that's just how it goes. I have not driven my car in a month and a half. Actually, it's probably closer to 2 months now. You get all your groceries delivered. You play online with other people. That's just how it goes. Yeah, I'd like the world to get back to normal. I'd like people to stop dying and getting sick, of course. But it affects me a lot less than most people, I'm sure. As far as, like, life changes. So yeah, this week on this channel, we have Last of Us Part 2. And apparently, the latest episode for Last of Us 2, Part 23. I guess the processing didn't go through for some reason. They don't notify you this in any way. You just have to, like, look at your video list and see that, oh, hey, it fucked up. So I didn't realize that until now. So I'm gonna have to re-upload that, but that's going to continue. It's almost done. I think I might finish this week. Don't know for sure, but it's pretty close to being done. And we have Ghost of Tsushima. Not going to finish this week. I still have not beaten it. Just because I've been playing a lot of Overwatch and playing a lot of... Well, doing all like the side stuff and missions and exploration. And there's just a lot in that game. We also had A Way Out Part 3 come out. My brother and I are really enjoying that game. I think the next part might be the last one. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to see. But it's been good. It's been good there. And on Monday, of course, like I said, role manging is on hiatus for now. So we did a game of Cosmic Encounter. I decided to stream that one just because I don't know, I figured I should have something on Monday. And people seem to watch it, I guess. It was a good game of Cosmic. I just feel like if you don't know how to play Cosmic Encounter, you probably were a little mystified. Especially with the double aliens and all that. I mean, it's a lot to consider. But it was a good game. I believe, as far as I'm aware, tomorrow we're going to be getting a group together, 5 or 6 of us, and we're going to be playing some Overwatch. At my suggestion, of course, although I gave the final say to Ziggy and he settled on Overwatch. So, not like I pushed for it. And that should be pretty cool. We haven't had like I haven't played with a full group since the game came out. I'm pretty excited about that. I will probably stream it just because why not? Maybe it'll amuse someone. And that's that. Over on the Exploring Series channel, I released a video on SCP-5555, Made in Heaven. Which is another 5,000 contest entry. Nice long SCP involving some big events, big references, sort of an Ouroboros thing going on. I thought it would be, I don't know, not really super popular. It ended up being pretty damn popular. My number 2 out of my last 10 videos as far as views go. And at first I thought people were just clicking on it because of a JoJo reference in the title and they weren't really watching it. because I got a lot of comments about JoJo. But no, it seems that audience retention was pretty good, so people liked it. Can't complain about that. And then this week I worked on a video on, it was another lengthy one, man. A lot of these lengthy ones. It was the follow-up to SCP-4812 Wrath. Wrath was about the Fae princess and this ancient kingdom of Sky Kings getting cursed. And the 3 profanities and stuff, and it was all very Dark Souls. So this was sort of the follow-up to that. Not exactly. It doesn't. It's sort of a precursor, really. But it's a bit more expansive, so that's why I did Wrath first. This is about like the kingdom and events prior to the Sky Kings and sort of what led up to the Sky Kings of old Europe. A pretty fundamental part of the Cactus verse. DJ Cactus's SCP universe of connections and references. I like it. I like it a lot. I think other people will. People that like Wrath will probably like it, I imagine. And it's got, you know, it's not going to be like a misleading thing. It's got a pretty fantastical name in the title. You know, the Demon Lancelot in the flying city of Autopapadopolis. I mean, people aren't going to mistake that for some hard-hitting cosmic horror. Yeah, so it's good stuff. I hope at some point DJ Cactus puts together like another big proposal that sort of like deals with the 3 profanities and sort of the actual follow-up to Wrath, with like what the Foundation has to do to recontain or contain the profane dark and, you know, the Fae princess and all that shit. Like, I want a big follow-up to that. He probably will write it at some point. I mean, let's be honest. Guy never really stops writing. So that was that, and then I think this coming week I'm doing the follow-up to Imago. The Cicada God. There's a couple other SCPs that are linked to that, and one of them is fairly popular, and people wanted me to cover it. The other one I don't think is really discussed, but it is connected to it. So I'm just gonna lump them together in one video, and we'll wrap up the Cicada God. So that's where the Exploring series is at. Yeah. So, not much else I can say about that stuff. And we don't have roll manging. So, I don't know if there's much else to talk about, to be honest. I'm in perpetual quarantine. I'm not playing RPG sessions. I mean, there isn't much to say. I don't have that interesting of a life. I recorded some voice lines for an SCP game. It's apparently an SCP game being constructed in Minecraft, which means to me that it's not that big of a deal. I mean, maybe that's mean, but I don't think there's any mainstream game that's super popular that's been created in Minecraft. I don't even know what goes in. I don't know what that even entails. But they asked me to do some voice lines, and I said, sure. I can't really do character voices, so I could do like one character if you don't have, too many lines. They only ended up sending me like 6 lines to do, and I was like, all right, fine. And I did them in like one take, and I shipped them off, and I was like, look, if you want me to redo it or do it a different way, you didn't exactly give me like stage directions or anything. They said it was perfect, and that was that. So, I think it's more just so they can like say that, oh, we have the exploring series on board. I don't think it's really. I mean, I expected there to be like 40 lines or something. Because I'll be honest, I mean, well, I'm not a nobody. They came to me, so I assumed I'd be playing sort of a major character. And it does seem sort of like a major. It's like some sort of administrator, cited something administrator. I don't know. He has a first and last name. So I don't know. It's possible that there will be more lines in the future, but who knows? I don't really do voice acting, so it was just sort of a unique thing to try. Now, I know there's a way to get here. There we go. Infinite extra lives. And how do you turn that on? We can really just be cheesy. I have no idea. Well, whatever. What else happened? Oh, Newscape Pro, which is a pretty big YouTube channel. Couple million, I think, subscribers. They have a separate channel devoted to SCP animations. And the guy on their team running their SCP channel messaged me on Twitter saying that they have been working on an SCP card game for several months now. They've been doing play testing. They've got like an in-house illustrator. He says it's looking very promising. And so he wanted to know if I would do like a paid promo for it. And I don't do many paid promos. In fact, I've only done one. So I want to be pretty sure that I'm promoting something that's good. And so I was like, you know, I'm potentially interested, and I like card games. I like SCP. I like where you're going with this, but I would definitely need to see more of. I would need to see the game before I commit to anything. He understood, so when they have like a more finalized version of the game, he's gonna send me a copy. I'll give it a playthrough. And then I'll see, you know. If I don't like it, I probably wouldn't do the paid promo.
Forget about the future. To suffer is to be ready.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't want to chill. If I like it a little bit, I guess I would do like a little advertisement on the end of a video. If I really like it, though, I might just go ahead and make like a whole standalone video about it. So that's sort of where it is. He says that it's several months out. I don't know if I was supposed to reveal that it's being worked on. I didn't sign anything.
The UAC.
They're not the only ones working on an SCP card game. I know that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Seems like an odd decision to make a game using Minecraft. That was my first thought. I assume it's just easier. You know, I assume these are not... Again, this is an assumption. Maybe it's unfair. I assume these are not adults putting this together. Maybe teenagers or, you know, whatever. I don't know exactly. Perhaps I'm just being judgmental, but I assume it's just easier rather than like learning how to program. You just work in a medium that you're very well familiar with, which would be Minecraft. And a lot of SCP stuff is done in Minecraft, I think. Roblox? What is Roblox? Is that its own thing? That's not connected with Minecraft, is it?
I will mark her location on your HUD.
I don't know, all these kids doing all these crazy things nowadays. In my day, we just played Chrono Trigger and shut up. Again, I wasn't gonna like sit there and grants and be like, hey, I'm not contributing any voice lines to something made in Minecraft. I will only work for the triplest of A titles. Like, whatever, man. They came to me, who, you know, I'm definitely not a voice actor of any style, of any way. So, you know, I was flattered that they came to me, and sure. I mean, I assume they went to the Volgan first, but...
The con maker is present at this gathering.
Yeah. Do you put your cheats in here? Where the fuck do you put in cheat codes? Oh, there, put in cheat codes. Oh, when you're replaying a mission. I see. Okay, I could have just done that. Infinite Onslaught power-up is active for the whole mission. That sounds pretty fun. Anyways, yeah, I guess I don't have much else to say. Those were the interesting things that happened. Yeah. All right. Nothing else to say. So, check out the video on the Demon Lancelot and the Flying City of Autopapadopolis on the Exploring series tomorrow. We got more Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima coming this week, along with a live stream of some Overwatch tomorrow, most likely, and perhaps the conclusion to A Way Out next weekend. Should be a good week, a fun week. I hope all of you have a good week as well. My name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. I'll see you fine folks next week.